The Meraksa UAV is an advanced UAV that developed by the Bayu Charaka ITS team for Technofest 2026 Fighter UAV competition. Regarding system performance, the Meraksa UAV features a 150 cm wingspan, a 2,595 gram takeoff weight, and a 1.115 thrust-to-weight ratio. It achieves a cruise speed of 20 meters per second, a maximum speed of 37.93 meters per second, and a maximum lift-to-drag ratio of 10.422. The aircraft offers a 30.49-minute flight time, a 3-kilometer communication range, a 7.37 meters per second rate of climb, and a 9.987 meters per second stall speed. Ground operations require a 64.34 meter takeoff distance and a 33.03 meter landing distance, while flight maneuvers are supported by a 11.0253 meter minimum turn radius. Excluding view highlights the comprehensive mechanical assembly and structural design of the Meraksa UAV, from the modular carbon composite airframe and the internal avionics bay to the Pusher propulsion system. Every component is engineered for optimal aerodynamic efficiency, structural rigidity, and the rapid field maintenance for Technofest 2026.
Structural and mechanical integration of the Meraksa UAV begins by cutting the fuselage and main wing from the EPS foam using a hot wire cutter. After the foam components are cut, they are glued together to form the base airframe structure. To ensure maximum rigidity and withstand high aerodynamic loads, a 50 cm carbon fiber strip is integrated into each wing as a spar, and the entire fuselage is coated with fiberglass bonded using LK311 epoxy resin. Next, the wings are connected to the fuselage using a 1 meter carbon rod secured with 3D printed mounting brackets and bolts, while the balsa wood vital components and control horn are attached using hot glue. Finally, the main propulsion motor is installed at the rear bulkhead using 4 M3 bolts and nuts, and the camera using mechanically locked into the 3D printed nose mount using a multi-bolt fastener.
3 airfoils were compared for this wing, NACA 1412, 2410, and 2412, based on their lift and drag characteristic. NACA 2412 outperformed 1412 in lift-to-drag efficiency and showed a smoother, more gradual stall compared to 2410. That balance, plus its thicker profile for structural space, made NACA 2412 the strongest choice for the wing. This is a CFD simulation of this flying wing aircraft design, showing how air flows around its body. At the rear, the vital configuration combines the roles of vertical and horizontal stabilizers into just two surfaces, reducing interference drag and overall weight compared to conventional three-surface tail. This smooth pressure distribution, free of abrupt change, shows the aircraft is aerodynamically efficient with minimal drag and no risk of premature stall. This is one-way fluid structure interaction analysis, where the pressure distribution from the CFD simulation is imported directly as a load onto the structural model. Under this aerodynamic load, the wing structure shows only slight deformation, indicating good overall stiffness. The equivalent stress distribution highlights how the aerodynamic load is transferred and carried through the wing and fuselage. This kind of coupled analysis helps evaluate how well the structure withstands real aerodynamic loading condition.
To ensure structural resilience during aggressive 3G tactical maneuvers, Meraksa conducted a static wiggle test. A 7.5 kg water gallon, representing approximately 3 times our UAV takeoff weight, was placed at the center of the wing structure. Results confirmed exceptional structural stiffness and integrity with zero permanent deformation, fully validating our carbon fiber spar and composite design for Technofest 2026.
After understanding the physical structure of aircraft, let's move on the aircraft electrical system.
To ensure optimal performance, we conducted thrust testing powered by a motor to EC2 SIG 9000 kV paired with a 12 NSIG APC propeller and 10,000 mAh LiPo battery or propulsion system delivers a peak thrust of over 4 kilograms. They provided an excellent thrust-to-weight ratio, ensuring the aircraft can perform maneuver with a both stability and efficiency. To determine our flight duration, we base our calculation on an average operating current of 19 ampere. Given our battery capacity, we estimate a flight time of approximately 30 minutes. We have validated this through endurance testing in the field, confirming that the aircraft maintains stable flight for 30 minutes. This performance successfully meets the minimum duration requirement mandated by the competition. Moving into the electrical integration phase, we assemble our system with high precision. We begin by connecting the power module, the 5DC step-down converter, and the emergency switch using our custom wired XT16 connector. For navigation and telemetry, the GPS is mounted in its designated spot and plugged into the GPS 2 port. The LRS module is connected to the Telem 1 port, and the power module is securely plugged into the power port in the PixHawk Mini 6J. Next, we mount the ASC in their designated position and connect the ASC power leads to the emergency switch via the XT60 connector, followed by connecting the 3 PES motor sockets. We then install the Teltonika antenna and connect its power cable to the pin header in our custom XT60 socket. For the control surface, we plug the rack aileron, rack V-tail, throttle left V-tail, and rack left aileron into the Pixhawk following the ARTR mapping. Finally, we install the camera ribbon cable to the Raspi, connect the 5-volt power from the step down, the USB off cable to the Pixhawk for data communication, and the LAN cable to the Teltonika and for internet connectivity. With the battery installed, the aircraft is mission ready.
In the all-mission test, we demonstrate the complete competition mission chain on our aircraft: autonomous flight, autonomous lock-on, and the autonomous kamikaze dive, each evaluated against a test server implementing the competition protocol.
The all-mission logic is driven by server data. Telemetry, vision, and command traffic are carried end-to-end over cellular link. An onboard 4G router connects to the mission computer straight to the ground station and the competition server. An Express LRS radio runs alongside it purely as the manual control and fallback path, so a pilot can always take over. The ground station synchronizes with the server clock and stamps every packet with the server time in milliseconds. Our aircraft's telemetry streams to the server continuously, generated directly by the autopilot. In return, we received rifle aircraft telemetry at 1 Hz. This feeds the chase target selection, together with the kamikaze target coordinates and the positions of air defense and jamming zone. And here, at lock N, the lock-on packet reaches the server lock well inside the 2-second limit.
The chase uses predictive interception rather than tail chasing. The look-ahead module models the rifle's motion, solves for the meeting point, and clamps the resulting lead distance to a safe bound, compensated for the measured link delay. When a restricted zone lies on the route, the planner regenerates a Dubin's path around it, respecting the aircraft's turning radius, and selects the shortest collision-free route. Once the camera detects the rifle, control emphasis shifts to image space error regulation. The normalized pixel error drives the PID pursuit loops. The Kalman filter carries the track through brief occlusions, and if the target is lost, the system automatically falls back to GPS-based pursuit. In simulation, the full loop runs to a valid 4-second lock.
The same detection and tracking software, a YOLO V11 Nano model trained on our own aerial chase dataset, runs here on the flight footage of our target aircraft. The tracker holds the lock quadrilateral on the target and reports its size against the 5% threshold, validating the vision pipeline on real hardware, real optics, and real backgrounds.
The kamikaze mission runs in 3 phases: approach, dive, and recovery. On approach, the aircraft climbs to its entry altitude above the 100-meter minimum required for the dive and aligns its attack direction. The dive trigger point is computed from the dive geometry, so every dive starts from the same repeatable conditions. During the dive, the controller keeps the QR near the image center, while the aircraft descends toward the scan window. The QR is decoded on board in real time, with a multiple frame confirmation to prevent false reads, shown here. And the kamikaze packet with the decoded text is sent to the server within 2 seconds. The aircraft then recovers autonomously and climbs away. If a read fails, it climbs higher and retries automatically.
Readiness was evaluated by repeating this mission. Across 3 minutes of chase footage, the vision system produced 33 valid lock streaks. 7 of them held beyond the 4-second requirement, with the longest continuous hold at 12.6 seconds. 29 consecutive kamikaze dives, all recovered autonomously. Packet delivery was measured against our hosted server. 200 consecutive telemetry packets, all delivered 81 milliseconds at the median and 102 at the 95th percentile. Our mission data link is cellular. Telemetry, vision, and commands all travel over an onboard 4G router, so they use a licensed carrier network rather than an assignable competition band. The one link that does occupy competition RF is our Express LRS manual control and fallback radio, and it is set to the frequency assigned to our team. The control link is set to MAV link, matching on both transmitter and receiver. The cellular router is shown connected on its carrier network. These settings are locked and will not be changed until the end of the competition as required. With these settings applied, both paths operate together. The control link healthy on its assigned frequency and mission data flowing to the competition server over the cellular link.